So this is probably going to be the last video until I start my starter locks. This video goes out to me 1 year into the future from this point, and I just want that me to compare to this me and to, see how I progress. As stated in a previous video, my last set of dreads were 2-strand twists, and I really did enjoy them. I don't regret anything with them. They were nice. They were good thickness because they were 2-strand twists, as well as the fact that they were held together really well. They never came out at any point, even really early into the process. And I had a really good amount at first, but I'll get to that in a little bit. My last video, which was a dreadlock tier list, helped me to realize that I want to do comb coils this time, because I want to do something different. I would have originally just waited a couple more months until my hair got a little bit longer, and then I would have just started the 2-strand twist, but I wanted something different and I wanted to start it sooner. My hair is about, an inch to an inch and a half long in certain spots. My hair is about 4P. This may be different for other people, but for me it works out because of my density with my hair, which is how much it covers of my scalp, as well as just the length overall. Even though my hair is still relatively short, I can still do a full, little comb coil with it. I tested it earlier today and it turned out pretty well. I never remember the exact number of dreads that I had. I definitely started with more than 100 but less than 110, so I would say maybe around 106. I think that number seems very prominent in my mind for some reason. If the image at the end of 2020, which I used in a previous video, showed anything, I had a lot. For just having a high top, I had a lot of dreads, and they all came down at a very even length, and they just looked like I had a little hat on. And then I decided to combine a lot of them, like I said, and I went from having about 100, a little more than 100, to having a little more than 50 to maybe 60, and they all went down to about earlobe to jawline kind of. So they went from here to here, so this length. With my new set, I have a new goal. Since I have hair in the back, I can have a lot more locks overall, so I want to have at the very least 100 to 200. And in terms of length, I want them to be as long as feasibly possible. I don't want them down to the floor because that's a lot of work. I would want them to be maybe about a foot long from the nape of my neck down a foot, so that's about halfway down my back ish. So we'll see how that goes. As you can see, my hair is kind of cut in this mohawk kind of thing, faux hawk, whatever you want to call it. I'll do a little 360 so you can see everything. If I hit the mic, don't mind it. I'll probably just mute it and put some music over this and speed it up because I'm gonna go really slow. So I'll be right back. Watch this. So I'm really skilled with it. Did a whole 360. That was cool. You should like the video for that. In a year from now, I'm predicting that it'll look basically like a mullet. Having the sides cut down, I can do fades. I can just keep entirely the same length here. I could even grow it out at some point if I want to go through that process to eventually get to a full head of dreadlocks. But I originally wanted to do a full head of dreadlocks, but I decided to not because I wanted something a little different and I wanted to experiment and just see what I liked. I recommend people learn how to cut their own hair. Saves money, you save time, it's inexpensive. You only really need clippers and liners and some guards and time to learn how to do it. But other than that, it's pretty cheap. You can spend like $50. I'm also going to take one image every day, or around every day, after I start my locks, so that by a year I can create this like a time lapse showing from the beginning to a year, and then a year to 2 years, and then eventually 5 years, 10 years, however long I want to do this for. I watch other people's videos of that and I always really enjoy it. It's very satisfying to see hair go from really small to just being long and just and considering that this is the first part of a hopefully long series, let's just call it day 0, because I haven't technically started the locks yet. I only did a test. Videos from this point on, unless it's like one of those like spin-off videos or something that isn't related to my hair specifically, it won't be listed as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. It'll be listed as this is day 0, let's say, and then I start my dreads tomorrow, which is day 1. then let's say a week from that point, so next Tuesday, it's day 7 because it's been 7 days. You know what I mean? Even though you would be seeing the video, and for you it would be video 2 in the series, or day 2 technically in the series. For me, it's a week later, so it's day 7 for me. So I'm treating it more like a log, like a captain's log, you know, like captain's log, start date, yada yada. Hopefully that all makes sense. Thank you for watching. It is much appreciated. The last video has a lot of people watching it for some reason. I don't know why, but that was cool. Hopefully we get a lot of people watching this one because it is the beginning of the journey. And next time, you'll see me with starter locks.